This is Ismay, and you are listening to No Good Music.
Your grandfather was Warren Hellman, who started the festival in 2001. And this, of course, takes place every year in San Francisco. I looked up some of the early performers there, and it was like Willie Nelson, Dolly Parton. I'm assuming you've performed at the festival.
Is that true, or were you a young teen,
Yeah.
or during that time? Yeah.
Yeah, when it started, I was about 8 years old, and so the first year it was relatively small. I mean, it had Emmylou Harris and Hazel Dickens and Steve Earle. I don't remember if he was there in the first year, but it had some big acts, but it was small. It was one stage. It was probably a couple thousand people, and then
Okay.
it grew and grew over the years. And so I grew up attending it for sure. I saw Willie Nelson. I remember that. I saw Dolly Parton. And that was a really big part of my growing up. I mean, getting to see that amazing country and roots music as it changed over the years. I was really lucky, but I don't think, I don't know that I fully appreciated it. It was kind of an interesting thing because, the festival was free, so anybody could go.
Okay.
And like I said, I wasn't necessarily on track to be a professional musician growing up because nobody in my family was. We weren't professional musicians as a family. So I was very influenced by it, and it was kind of part of my life, but I wouldn't say that it was sort of like, I'm going to be the next Alison Krauss,
Yeah.
you know. But, I just fell in love with playing roots bluegrass music, and I found mentors in some of the people involved in the festival, and that was a big thing that helped me become a professional musician, was having those mentors of people who loved music and just did it as, it's almost like a lifestyle. It's not just a job, it's a way of life.
Yeah.
It sounds like the festival was really chill too, being small and free. So it sounds like it was really casual and chill, not the grand event. There's here, this person's coming. It sounds like it's more friendly and chill.
Yeah, I mean, I think having a free festival makes it so it's really about everybody is sort of ideally on a relatively equal playing field as much as is possible at a concert. It wasn't this sort of hyped up world of, people dropping big dollars to be there. I would hope that it was the kind of a place where anybody felt like they could go. And, in those early years, because it was sort of different security wise, it was just open, literally no entryway. And unfortunately things have changed since then.
Yeah.
But back
Probably-
then it was
probably for
just
safety.
anybody hanging
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And it was the right decision, but the early years it was very much like anybody, still anybody can go. It's just, you have to get through a check and all that stuff, but it's still free and that was just incredible. I mean, I think it felt like it was a different kind of a music. It wasn't super exclusive, and I think that's an important part of folk music is what draws people to it. Is it's supposed to be for everybody.